Hey there, Taurus. Hi, it's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot. I'm breaking out my Osho Zen Deck, and this is what I drew when I cracked the deck halfway. We have the sun, and we have the dream in reverse, which is over-idealized nostalgia, and the sun, where there's wonder. So we will see what's going on with that. We're going to take a look at what's going on for you collectively. So it's a general read for the collective for the second week of February. And we'll see what's going on currently, what might be coming at you, and see if we've got any advice for you. Woo! Okay. All right. Well, these are flying for you. Now, these cards I've written all over because the Zen meaning and the way they've used these just kind of threw me. I didn't like the color codes down here, and it's like, you know what? I'm writing what I feel about these cards as we're going. So this is an older deck, but trippy. Like, this is such a good card. So we're going to grab those two. Let's see if there's anything more. One more shuffle. Okay. Let's see what we've got here, guys. The first card out was this one. This one says schizophrenia. It's the Two of Swords. It's when you're stuck between a hard spot and a rock in a hard place. When you can't figure out the pros and cons, when you're holding on and you can't figure out which end to let go of, whether you're going to fall face first or feet first. Any way you slice it, you're stuck here in this contradictory energy. It's head over heart. All of that stuff is what's going on when you have the Two of Swords. It's a mental thing. It's a time to choose the heart, not the head. But you're going to have to figure out, how do you navigate that area between, and is it okay to let go? Next out is sorrow. And this is a tough one. This one is the Nine of Swords. This is the dark night of the soul. This is the aha moment, the rude awakening, the epiphanies, deeply rooted pain that keeps you up at night. Something not being how you want it to be. You're going to have to let go of some control here, because it's not going to work. You can't break yourself in half, and eventually you'll fall. So figuring out what you need to let go of, what thinking you need to let go of, will help your mind get more clear. Okay. We have politics and moment to moment. So politics is kind of about living double lives, about two-faced people, masks people wear. It's also about self-sabotage. Where we got that nostalgia card earlier, it makes me wonder if you're doing some self-sabotage and thinking of things a little too idealistically. It talks about planning schemes, toxicity, and whether you know your own truth. This is being called into question. So be aware of this. The Seven of Swords is somebody having to take what they need for their own gain. Now, whether someone's going to be taking from you or you need to be more protective of what's going on remains to be seen. So we'll find out. All right. Then we're going to do two more. Oh, the moment to moment. This is the Juggler card. This is the Two of Pentacles. This one, I don't know if you can see it well. I hope I'm showing you well. You can see he's like walking on thin air above a city. And if you look really close, you can see these buildings in the background. There's all this energy of the 3D, time, resources, money. And he's just walking on air. He's like hopping from one spot to another, not really able to find solid ground and solid footing. Now, this is very interesting to me. You've got two twos, one where you're pulled two directions and you don't know what to do, and one where you're trying to make everything work, but you're still not well balanced yet. Let's see what else we've got. Compromise and new visions. Okay. So let me shift these. If we have this looking like the past or the current, and then this is what's coming at you, this makes more sense to me by far. All right. So we have, this is what's going on coming into here. These contradictions needing balance. Now we see two again, even though the number is 6 of coins, giving and taking. It's also about ego. It's also about talents and what you're sharing with. And this one says, don't cave because of ego. So if you're compromising and you're feeling like you're not really compromising, if you're doing it from the wrong heart space, it just is going to create resentment. If you're doing it just for politics, you'll know whether that's actually advantageous or not. But if you are doing it from the right heart space, where you realize, okay, this is compromise in its truest sense. It's give and take, allowing harmony. It's allowing for growth to happen, allowing for sharing and understanding the nature of giving and receiving, and allowing for other people to give and being accepting of what they're offering. Losing the ego here again and being stuck in your head is causing you sorrow. So then you have the new vision, the hanged man, the openness to insight. So somehow coming up, there's going to be awareness. I mean, this guy looks like they're doing some kind of Tai Chi or whatever, but it's getting all that energy moving up, moving higher, looking to things in a different way. Instead of looking straight forward, instead of looking off to the side, looking down, kind of looking grudge-like, kind of cranky, do I need to share or not, that kind of thing. This is looking up, opening up, looking to higher things, okay? We're going to look once more. Let's see what maybe is some good advice for what's coming up. If this is what's coming at you, what... Ooh, that is good advice for what's coming up. This one's going with the flow. Hopefully I got this so you can see it. This is a great one. This is the Ace of Cups. This is where all this love is around you and there's ease. This guy isn't struggling. He's just floating because he's decided to go with the flow, to allow things to shift, to allow compromise, allow energies to change. Then what else? For advice for Taurus. This one's saying growth and rebirth. This is dancing with life. This is the Ten of Swords. Now, this is an interesting one because it's about endings and beginnings, and usually you see the guy that's all dead, backstabbed to death. This one I also marked with done, start again, light after drowsiness and darkness. This is about sleep. This is the camel settling down to sleep, and then the lion begins to roar, and then the person can dance. So this is growth, this is change, and in this deck, the Ten of Swords means rebirth. Now, if you think of the death card and how it comes in and then things have to shift, of course that would make sense to be rebirth. So let's see what else we got there. It really looks like this perspective shift is what's going to open everything up for you. Celebration. Yeah, this is the time that you get to celebrate and have community around. Once you've learned to get out of your head a bit, let your ego take the back seat for a minute. Figure out how you grow and change and compromise, how to go to the flow. When you go with the flow, it doesn't mean self-sabotage. It doesn't mean give grudgingly. It doesn't mean give up. It means find a way to dance across the sky. Find a way to openness and arching and looking up and seeing things from a new perspective. Look toward higher ground, okay? This is doing the happy dance I put. All right, we're going to read from the Believe in Yourself Oracle deck and Believe in Your Magic, I believe is what it's called. We're going to just put a little footnote on this reading. 3 came up, so 3 is what we're going to read. This one says, expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Gray. Endings are inevitable. We've talked about this. And then flower. Be honest with yourself. Well, I think we pretty much have covered all of that right now. I hope this was a fun read for you to see some of the decks that I love that are a little bit trippier. And I hope it's helpful for you. So leave me a note. Let me know how it resonates. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Come again. Good to see you guys. Take care.